Now I've got on the bench a new RC car, and it's a Carnage NT Nitro buggy. I had a Nitro car years ago and I wasn't very good with getting it to run and all that, but since then with YouTube I've looked up a lot more, and there's a lot more information on how to live with them. And for a cheap Nitro, the FTX is about the best on the market, sort of price to PowerPoint. Like I said, comes with the manual. Here's the car. This must be the radio box. I don't know what's in here. Nothing's an empty box. There it is. I went for it because one thing I like about it is spares. The spares for this, they're easy to get hold of, and so that was a contributing factor, and even the upgrades are not a bad price. The thing is, I did look at getting a second-hand one, so I wouldn't have to go through all the running in and all that process, but second-hand ones were going for nearly as much as a brand new one, and if it's getting that price, as you know, it's not worth mucking around. Well, there it is. There's the .18 engine. It's a good old spring on the fuel cap. Plastic exhaust, I'm afraid. It's got e-tronic servos, which we don't know how good they are until we try. Suspension. I think we'll have to have a look at that one. If you watch. That feels like there's no oil in that one, so we'll check that one. But we'll check them all. Yeah, they feel better. But I can't moan too much because that's pretty good when you drop it. So the suspension balance is not bad. But the thing is, through the period I'm going to be sort of upgrading it and all that. I'll probably eventually fit a roto start because it'll be easier, and probably a few upgrades. But out the box I can see it's got turnbuckles. What else can I say about it? The shock bodies, I can't tell if they're metal or of alloy, but it's seen alloy parts on it. The Force 18 engine has got a glow plug in it, but I have got a spare. But that's one of the things I've been going through. Things I found out is probably why I had so much trouble with my first petrol one, is because I tried to tune it too fast. I'm waiting for a heat gun to come, because I found out it's better to actually tune these with a temperature gauge. So when you lean the fuel off, as long as the temperature don't go too high, you know you're not going to damage the engine. And there's a lot of other little silly things I found out which I never knew the first time. So I'm going to put together what I think is a good idea on if it's your first time into Nitro. But also with this I had to buy. I brought an FTX on a fast track starter kit that's got a 3000 milliamp glow plug. Against the old battery ones, they weren't nowhere near as big as that. I've got filter oil and after run oil, which I'll explain why and more, and then fuel, which I've got to find somewhere to store, and I want to make sure it's in something so it's kept completely dark. And one of the other things is there is electric and nitro versions of this car. Now this is the body shell from the Buckster, and as they use this body shell on the Carnage electric version, and they have this one as well, this Beetle type buggy looking shell should fit. Well, I'm hoping. It's just working out how it fits on the exhaust might be the only thing. You might have to have an extension, but we'll find that out nearer to time. But that'll be the main running shell once I get it done, is a Beetle. But I'm not going to rush into it. We've got the FTX to start with. I don't know how long this will last. But like I said, it's not going to be. It's just more for fun and the noise and the smell of something running than electric. So this is what I've got, and once I get further in, I will work out what I want to discuss and what I changed to what I think it needs to be better. But this was what I've learnt from other people's videos. Is like taking a little bit from one, a little bit from another, all the way through.